Hi, welcome. I'm Colette, and this is Frankie. Frankie is very kindly demoing for us today on this wonderful rooftop. This is the rooftop garden where we're currently staying, looking after all these wonderful vegetables. And we are gonna be looking at down dog today. So it's gonna be a little tutorial, and I've split the tutorial into two parts. So there's the basic session and then a refinement, because downward dog is a really complicated pose. It's an inversion, and it's one of the first poses that we're just supposed to know when we come into a yoga room, and we're kind of put into it a lot. But it's actually a really hard pose, and there's so much going on with it. So we're going to focus today on foundation, engagement, and extension. So those are the kind of three actions that we're going to work with today. And then when we've got that down, we can look at the refinement, which will be some of the kind of more maybe advanced actions that we can bring into the body and bring into the pose, which is really useful if you've been practicing. Even for like 5 years, it can be useful to just go back to down dog and do some refining. So let's begin. So Frankie, please come to all fours facing this direction. Great. Frankie has her wrists stacked beneath her shoulders, her knees stacked beneath her hips. She's spreading her fingers super wide and rooting down through the palm knuckles. She's going to claw her finger pads towards her knuckles. This is going to set a really strong foundation for our down dog. Next action, engagement. So she's going to hug her arms towards each other across space. So you're going to hug the muscles to the bones. Great. And then tuck your toes, lift your knees, and sail your hips back to downward facing dog. Great. Now Frankie's obviously got a great down dog. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, and she's going to press into my arms, forearms into my arms, to get that extra engagement. Perfect. Now bend your knees quite deeply, Frankie. And now reach your sit bones all the way up to the sky. Beautiful. Draw your front ribs in and try and extend your heels to the earth. Great. And come down. So that's a pretty textbook downward facing dog. And you can just relax, my love. What we're going to look at is this. So we're going to look at the external rotation of the shoulders. So once we've got this basic foundation of spread the fingers wide, hug the arms towards each other, we then want to make sure that we create enough space across the chest. And we're going to do that by externally rotating the shoulders. So you can bring your hands out wide and just play with me and just do this. Roll your shoulders in and roll your shoulders out. In, out. So your fingertips point towards each other and then point out. And the next time that they point out, just pause and just feel the integration of the shoulder blades onto the back and feel the broadening of the collarbone. So just try and lift your heart towards your chin and just feel all that space across your chest. We want to try and keep that in our down dog. So keep that engagement and keep the broadening of the collarbones and bring your fingertips back to point towards the sky. Great. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to keep that, and then we're going to do a bit of a shoulder dance. So one thing that tends to happen when we first start with down dog is we tend to dump down a lot. So you can release, and I'll just show you what I mean. So there is this tendency in down dog. All of gravity is pressing down upon me, and it's so hard, and my elbows are going out, and actually what that's doing is making it a lot harder. If I wrap the shoulders and then extend and press the earth away, then that makes life a lot easier. So Frankie, please will you demo that for us? So come to all fours. So our hands the same width as the shoulders, so bring your hands a little wider. Yeah, great. Fingers pointing straight front. Now hug the thumb to the index finger. hug the arms towards each other, and now reach back into your down dog. And if you could just dump your weight forwards for me, yeah, demo that, great. Now press the earth away, press the shoulders away, and reach your sit bones high, yes. And now dump down into the earth again and show that. And now press again, weight the earth away, and extend the shoulders all the way up and out. So you see this beautiful extension she's got going on here. Arms are straight and strong. Now bend your knees, reach your sit bones high, 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 and then the spine gets even longer, and then she can reach her heels towards the earth. Beautiful. Come down. Great. Okay, so number 1, foundation, spread the fingers wide. Number 2, engagement, hug the arms towards each other. And number 3, external rotation of the shoulders to broaden across the collarbones, and then you can get the extension from there. So foundation, engagement, external rotation, and extension. That's a lot just in that. So that's 4 things to think about. But really practicing, first of all, staying on all fours, then finding that external rotation, and then from there you can extend. So don't dump down, extend the shoulders up and away. And have a play and have fun, and don't worry about it. It will all come in time, and it took me about 8 years before I really understood what the hell I was doing in downward facing dog. So, so it's all good. So please enjoy. If you have any questions or comments or anything, then just, you can do that, and I'll get back to you and answer any questions you might have. Thank you, Frankie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.